Let's talk about the tower. Oh, that. Hi, Joyce. Glad you're here tonight. This is a card that really strikes the fear into people when it comes out. They'll point out, they're like, what's that? Every time it's all good. It's all good. It just means the roof's on fire and everything's going to fucking implode on itself. It's going to be. It's for your best. It's for your best. Let's throw some cards on it and see how long it's going to take for the roof to come tumbling down on this situation and for you to fall from the tower so that you can see the stars again. Anyway, the tower. It's fun being a tarot reader and not showing that shock and awe, because well, if a real tower is coming, because the tower can be as minimum, in a love reading as an argument, or it can be as heavy as the final straw, and we're just done with the situation. So, anytime I get major arcana like that, I am always going to throw out some clarification on that. It's always rough when you throw a tower on a tower. It's like, oh shit, well, I guess the read's over. have a safe drive home. Anyway, yeah. All right. And fly away like a phoenix. I like that right there, Michelle. I like that. So we started off with the picture show. Thank God for tarot, because it's all about the pictures, About the pictures. You can study a little bit in the books. I mean, there's astrological alignments and all kinds of fun stuff. But we're going to start with the pictures. I got a bunch of different towers right here. Actually, I think it's a fun card, and I think it's one of the cards that a lot of tarot readers put a lot of feeling into the card, because tarot cards you're supposed to feel them. Another one that they put a lot of work in. A lot of times that three of swords. Many times you feel that three swords when it comes up, and the tower. So here we go, tower tonight. Let's see. I got there it is right there. This is Cyril Marchetti's work with the tower. Let's see. There we go. We all know him. We all love him. It's a print of many of his towers. This one over here is fun. So it looks like 4 wands, right? But it's been struck right there. You can see those pillars are going down, and it's always struck by the lightning bolt, which talks about being a major arcana, that source is involved in it, and generally the tower comes doesn't generally come by surprise. Generally, source has been telling us about, to let go whatever we need to let go of, and we're just stubborn. Next thing you know, freaking lightning bolt comes, boom, boom, boom. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's JLZ. Yeah, it's always kind of challenging when you pull. You're doing your daily spread, and you pull the tower. I don't know. I kind of look at the tower myself like, oh, tower. Well, I just call that Saturday. So we're good. We're good. Tower day, Saturday. We're good, man. What else we got coming up here? Thanks for the warning. All right. I'll keep my eyes open today. So it's just Saturday. This is another day. All right. This is Shadowscapes. We all know it. We all love it. It's got an interesting a representation of the tower. See, because there's a whole city down here. The whole city down here. I don't even know if they know there's a tower going on up here. I guess they will when they see the people falling. Look at that lightning come. The lightning, although is that on fire over there? Oh, these are on a little bit of fire over there. Yeah, the lightning is coming down all the way to these over here. These still here are safe. Down here on the solid ground, not up here on the ego tower. Yeah, all these are safe. And we all love Shadowscapes. It's a nice big picture of that card. It's classic tower. Let's see what else we got around here. Picture time. This is the tower from Mythical Creatures. It's got the Kraken. It's got the Kraken on it. Anymore as they're floating around in the oceans, taking a look at stuff. I wonder if there are Krakens. I'm wondering if this is a mythological creature. The world may never know. Tower with the mythical creatures. This is one tower here. This is a fantastic miniature rat. You got the big bad wolf right there. Got little Bo Peep. And got somebody else running in the tower trying to put out the fire. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's classic lovers tower right there. If the roof's on fire, let the mother humper burn, man. Anyway, this is a fun tower. Like I said, I feel that a lot of artists put a lot of energy into their towers. This is from Tarot Apocalyptus. It's just like, damn, Lord have mercy. Who is that? And what does they have in their hand? What is this pile over here? Oh, Lordy. Yeah, tower. Yeah, when that one comes up on the board, people be like, oh, is everything going to be okay? I don't know. Let's pull some more cards. Depends if that's you holding that head in your hand. That's a fun tower. This is a fun tower here too. This is from the Dragon Tarot. I made this out of the book. It comes with a big old book with gorgeous pictures. I grabbed some spray glue and some scissors and some shiny stuff from the Hobby Lobby and made it myself and all that fun stuff. This is a fun tower right here. Sometimes when this comes up, this can be like a Kundalini awakening even. You can see the tower cracking in the middle right there. It's interesting. This one doesn't have any lightning on it, except in the dragon. I mean, the dragon seems to be full of the lightning itself right there. Could be self-imposed with that card. This is the tower with the Vertigo, which is out of print, DC Comics, collectible. I think it was back in the 90s they put this out. Beautiful tower, though. Very readable, very real. A cool deck, the Vertigo. This is the tower from my little fairies. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I mean, the fairy's got wings, so I think he's gonna be all right. But you can see always, the lightning comes from source. And like I said, that's because tower doesn't just sneak up on you, man. The source has been talking with us for a while before tower comes to, change it. This is the Visconti. It's one with gold on the back. It's classic. It's beautiful. Tower really hasn't changed a whole hell of a lot in 300, 400, 500 years. That's how old the old Visconti is. What was this thing? 1400s, 1500s? I don't know. It's in a museum somewhere. Nice that you can make a tarot deck and it sells that long. I keep thinking about that myself. This classic tower, you can see that really the design hasn't changed that much at all. This one's kind of soft. But this is the Art Nouveau. I prefer the gold Art Nouveau much more than this Art Nouveau, but Art Nouveau is beautiful. It always has beautiful borders around it. It's definitely kind of a soft tower, pastels and oh, you got the pastel tower. Yeah. It's not like this one. I mean, it's totally different, totally different. That's what I say. Different tarot decks have different flavors and all that kind of fun stuff. Even though the tower is the tower, this is classic tarot right here. The universal tarot deck. Classic tarot one more time. Two lovers falling from the tower. This is my pencil drawn, and again, what is this? Eason. I'm not sure who this is. You can get this on Amazon. It's pencil drawn, and definitely. I mean, the tower is Mars, so that is Aries and Scorpio. Definitely see Aries on that right there. It's very interesting. Very interesting. I mean, there is no lightning bolt there, but you can see this tower. Look at how different stages. I mean, it doesn't look stable to me at all. I mean, I'm not an architect, but I can see when things may not be all that stable. Anyway, it's a very interesting tower. This is a bright and bold one right here. This is Tarot of Prague's tower card. Damn it. The whole city's going down. Lord have mercy. Yeah, that whole world burning up right there. Yeah, drive home safe. And Starman's tarot. Love it. It's kind of spacey looking. It's got a purple lightning bolt striking the eye. And it's got actually somebody walking down here. This really doesn't have anybody falling from the tower. Maybe they did listen, and maybe they left, because there's another eye right there. The lightning is striking the eye right there, and definitely the tower is imploding. But this kind of looks like that superhero movie where they're just walking away from the explosion that's behind them. All kinds of fun stuff right there. So let's do it. Let's crack some books. Has it come to that, Mike? Yeah, it has. Let's crack some books and see what the books have to say about traditional meanings, descriptions. And I got a little poem as well. The little poem is by Kim Huggins. I love Kim's stuff. This is the book that comes with Tarot Illuminati kit. It's got a bunch of poems in there. It's like the tower talking to us. I did bring my journal today. Did you bring yours? I'll share some stuff out of my journal with you. Description from Michelle Morgan's The Magical Course in Tarot. I love her descriptions. And Tarot Fundamentals as well. And I have to say, for my friends that have been here for a while, if you haven't got one of these books yet, you may want to consider it. All three of them, I was, when I was looking for a tarot deck to get, I noticed that, well, the Amazon that is around me, they are saying that they only have maybe 10 of these left of all three. So if you want to get one of these, it didn't say that the stock was going to be re-upped. So you never know. It said there's 8 or 10 of them, period. So you may want to grab one of these if you don't have it yet, my tarot enthusiasts. Let's do it. And that is what, 11/5/22, because these can play for years. All right. The tower. The tower is identified as a prison built for ourselves, locked behind barred windows and high walls. We are captive without realizing it. We remained inside for safety, or perhaps out of ignorance. Once the tower/prison crumbles, we crawl from the ruins and into the open. The tower is the opening of communication and change, the The collapse is therefore liberation. The tower is about leaving your certainties, your opinions, and your environment and tackling uncharted territory. To reach the world, we must move through the tower. I assume they're talking about the world card there in the Fool's Journey. The tower is excuse me. To reach the world, we must move through the tower, no matter how uncomfortable it may feel. It also stands as a wake-up call, a flash of insight, or life-changing circumstances. You know, many times the tower. I mean, just the shocking surprise of the mind. You know, when you go, oh my God, the sources tell me about it. That shit's real. You know, Gigi Tower. Anyway, when the tower speaks to you, it says she, but I'm going to call it it. That's a fella right there. His book says she. Interesting. It's Mars. I think that's a masculine energy, isn't it? Interesting. When the tower speaks to you, it says, I am the destroyer in you who eliminates what never fit to begin with. I am unexpected. I am a flash of brilliance, a crack of thunder, a realization. I may not come often, but when I do, I shake things up so that you can rebuild what wasn't working. Do not fear me. I am essential for growth. You rebuild better, stronger, and wiser. Welcome to the new you. I like that right there, Kimberly. Hooray for the tower. It's true. It's true. Yeah. And, the truth of the matter is, the gods or God is never going to put you through anything that you can't handle because you're Billy Badass. All right. Description right here from Michelle Morgan. 16, the tower. Let me see here, man. Kim Huggins named this card something. This name that Kim Huggins, she named all the cards. She calls this the destruction of the self at the edge of the abyss. Damn it. The destruction of the self at the edge of the abyss. That's where we run. That's where we run, in my opinion. When the tower comes, we run to the abyss. For me, that's where the divine's at. It's the abyss. We dive right on in there, no problem. Michelle Morgan's description of the tower. The tower is a card of radical change. Lightning strikes. A fortress crumbles. All that has ceased to serve you, either conscious or unconscious, is being swept away and the canvas wiped clean for the artist's greater vision. Here is opportunity and growth, unexpected awareness, and sudden change to dramatically alter the landscape of your future. In a brief moment, like a storm in midsummer, the vital life force of creativity and courage gone nova. Yeah. All right. I love it. Beautiful descriptions right there. Let's break it down. Let's take it to the tarot world. It shows up on your tarot table in the upright. Classic interpretations if the tarot shows up in the upright on your tarot spread. Shocking problem. Complete, unexpected destruction, followed by new growth. abandoning a major issue that is no longer serving you. Something must change. Let me see what Kim Huggins says about it in the upright. There we go. Sudden destruction and devastation, catastrophe, destruction of the ego or sense of self, painful awakening and realization, a bolt out of the blue. Although I don't know about that, you know. I don't think source catches us off. We're intuitive anyway. Removal of constructs in your life, fall from grace, falsely built parts of your life torn down, revelations through extreme pain. Damn. Damn. Close that one right there. All right, let's see what I got in my journal. What you got in your journal? What you got in your journal? See what I got in my journal here. 16. The Tower. Destruction, devastation, sudden change, painful realization, extreme forces acting upon a person to force them to change. Damn. Turning life upside down. Need to reevaluate. Everything being taken away. Breakdown, destruction of the ego, liberation from what held a person back, release, freedom from fear through embracing fear. Wow. Breaking down constructs that limit us, crisis, the house built upon the sand. Okay. It's pretty much self-explanatory by that picture right there. All right, it goes up in the reverse on your spread. Being immobilized after a tragic event, an issue or situation that is not as bad as it appears. You know, really, what the Tower in the reverse simply means to me is people wanting to avoid, you know, the destruction of the Tower. Internal strife needs to be internalized. Beating old habits. That's really nice right there. Beating old habits. Let's see what else I got for reverse traditional meanings. Refusing to let change happen. You know, and again, I mean, for me, it's just avoiding a disaster. It's like seeing the Tower and making the moves before the Tower makes you change. Anyway, being unable to recover from a crisis, clinging to constructs despite them falling away, not cutting loose when you should. The captain staying on the sinking ship. Oh, damn. No, abandoned ship. Abandoned ship. Yeah, ring the bells. All right. Where are we at? We're at keywords, aren't we? Mm-hmm. So I got some keywords right here. Let me get my journal back out. Tower, keywords. And you know, keywords they're important. And if you're new to tarot, I got no problem with writing on my deck. You guys see my decks? I put a little piece of tape on them and write on that tape, or I just write right on the card. Because, well, you know, I'll be honest with you. The tarot deck isn't some holy relic. You're the holy relic. Okay. Any more tarot decks are made in China. And hopefully they're paying the people that are making them. But anyway, they are not the holy relic. And a lot of people get nervous if I cut my cards or write on them, you know. But each their own. Here we go. Keywords: destruction, devastation, upheaval, ruin, loss, endings, disruption, letting go, liberation. Ooh, that's nice. Freedom. That's nice too. Explosion, release, disaster, upheaval, sudden change, revelation, ruin, reduction, breakdown, opening, shock, lightning, uncork, explosion, divorce, dispute, castration. Damn. hey, I need to scratch that one out right there. All right. Revelation, liberation, catastrophe, enlightenment, orgasm. That's true. I mean, if I get a devil and a tower on a love read, that's like, hot time in the old town tonight. Just figured I'd throw that out there with the tower too. The tower and the devil showing up in your tarot spread. Wow. Here we go. Yeah, orgasm, overthrow, punishment, separation, humility, chaos, impact, burst, disillusion, exile, prison, removal, crash, tyranny. Yeah, tower. And I mean, you can see that the majors just have massive amounts of meanings with them. So I have no problem throwing clarification on majors when they show up. I have no problem throwing clarification on face cards as well. All right. Let's read this poem by Kim Huggins here. 16, The Tower. The destruction of the self at the edge of the abyss. Now, this is like the tower talking to us, the card. So here we go. You work so hard to build so high, to construct great walls and create beautiful things. You attached yourself to these things, considering them to be extensions of yourself, your personality, your ego. That was your mistake. In the end, everything must be destroyed. If you build false towers and unstable foundations, your building will crumble to dust. Everything you ever strived for, everything you showed to the world as you, must be destroyed. Only when all sense of your ego and attachments have been cut away can you receive illumination. For years, you have looked out at the world from tiny windows, protected behind the mask of bricks and mortar. For too long, you have known yourself. All knowledge up until now is false. The more you cling to it, the harder it will be to let go and move on. It's time for illumination. And since you have made it so hard for revelation to come to you, you must now face the lightning strike. It will destroy everything that you have surrounded yourself with to get to you. And when it does, you shall fall. Nothing can be left over from this. No mercy given. You will be liberated from that tower. And as you fall, you shall be able once again to see the stars that you have missed for so long. 16, the tower, the destruction of self at the edge of the abyss. Woo! All right. Yeah, tower, no mercy, no mercy. The lightning strike, yeah. And there's some good things in there. Let me see, man. Let me look at this one more time. All knowledge up until now is false. I mean, that's the real shocking thing about the tower, is that realization that everything that you saw as a truth is not. That's the most shocking thing, in my opinion, about the tower. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for letting me share a little bit with you. Thanks for letting me teach. Appreciate it. And like I said, if you want these books, grab them now. There's only a couple of them left from what it said. It's kind of the world that we're going into, unfortunately, it seems. The days of abundance may be going bye-bye. Anyway, not for me and not for you, though. We do need to be wise.